Welcome to Chatting with Us, a podcast to express our point of view respectfully with important and current issues in our day-to-day life. This time, let's compare the education system in New York and Brazil, and a controversial topic, the role of artificial intelligence in language learning. Could AI replace their teachers in the future? It is more efficient to learn with AI or with classic classes? Technology is becoming more and more advanced, and it is surprising with new ideas, but not everyone has agreed with them. To start these conversations, we have two guests. Evelyn, who is in favor of implementing the use of AI in language learning.
Hi, I am Evelyn, an educational technology teacher in New York. I have worked and published in private school for 12 years. And I am focused on integrating digital tools in the classroom to enhance learning.
And Anastasia, who disagreed with promoting the use of AI.
Hi, I'm Anastasia, a high school teacher in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I have 10 years of experience in both education system, and I am concerned about the negative use of AI and language learning. I believe that we can use other ways of teaching to make a class.
Before you start, I want to thank our audience for sending us some questions and for waiting for our chapter. Perfect. Let's move on to the first topic, comparing the educational system of Brazil and New York, according to your experience. Anastasia, can you start by describing the system in Brazil?
Sure. In Brazil, the educational system has three main levels. First, early childhood education, preschool, from 0 to 5 years of age, although it's not too compulsory. Then we have basic education from 6 to 50 years of age, divided into primary and secondary education. This part is compulsory and free in public schools. Secondary education from 50 to 70 years of age, also compulsory. Finally, there is higher education in universities, which can be public or private. In total, students usually spend 70 years in the systems if they include university.
Interesting. What about access to education in Brazil?
The public system is free at all levels, including university, although there are also many private institutions. However, the quality of public school can vary a lot depending on the regions.
Thank you, Anastasia. Evelyn, what is the education system like in New York?
The system in New York is somewhat similar, but with key difference. First, have preschool, not mandatory, but many children start between the age of 3 and 4 in programs such as pre-K for all. Elementary and secondary education from age 5 to 18 is the compulsory and free and public school. Higher education after 18 students can opt for public or private university, which are paid in most cases. In total, students spend at least 30 years in the compulsory system. Unlike Brazil, her public education is more decentralized and depends on school districts.
Interesting. So, what would you say are the main challenges of each system?
In Brazil, one of the biggest challenges is inequality. Schools in rural or disadvantaged areas often have fewer resources.
In New York, the main change in the high cost of higher education. Many families face significant debt from attending private university.
Now let's move on to first debate. It is too expensive to implement technology in classroom? Anastasia, what do you think?
It is definitely a challenge, where many schools lack basic infrastructure such as the internet or computers. While important, I believe current costs are a significant barrier.
In New York, there are also costs, but the benefits of technology offset the investments. For example, tools such as tables and the smart boards enhance teaching and prepare students for a digital world.
That may be true in contexts like New York, but in Brazil, where many public schools do not even have constant access to electricity, it is difficult to justify investing in technology without solving basic problems first.
I understand, but even simple solution, like using a smartphone, can be a starting point to integrating technology without learning upfront costs.
Okay, now let's move on to the second debate. What is the role of artificial intelligence in language learning? Anastasia, let's start with you.
Well, the AI is revolutionary. Tools like Duolingo or ChatGPT Chat allow students to practice in a personalized way and at their own pace. This is especially unsuccessful in areas where there is no access to qualified teachers.
I agree that AI is useful, but it also has limitations. For example, it cannot replace the human interaction necessary to learn the culture and subtleties of the language.
It is true, but AI does not seek to replace teachers, but rather to complement them. A student can practice with AI at home and then use the time in class to work on social skills.
It's a good idea, but again, it depends on access. Many schools in Brazil simply do not have the resource to implement this technology.
Today we learn about the difference between the educational system in Brazil and New York and discussed key topics such as technology in classroom and the role of artificial intelligence in language learning. It is clear that each context has its challenges and advantages, but technology and AI are changing the global education landscape. Thank you, Anastasia and Evelyn, for joining us, and to all for your listening to us. See you in the next episode of Education and Future. See you later.
Bye!
Bye.